everyone, I'm Lanice, and you're watching Living Well Uintah Basin, where success is defined by you. Are you looking for a great way to get your family out and active? On this edition of Beyond the Couch, we'll meet up with Jan Hadlock for her Family Fitness Fun Night. And on Dish by Dish, Megan McDonald shows us a great and healthy way to implement a non-dairy diet into your everyday lifestyle. On Living Well Your Way, Mark catches up with the Uintah High School swim team before they leave for state. We get an inside look on what it takes to be successful athletes. We've got a great show in store for you, so let's go hit the water.
Living Well Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Warriors Warehouse and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well Beyond the Couch.
On our Beyond the Couch episode, we have a really fun thing for you tonight. I'm with Jan Hadlock here at All American Tumbling. She started what she calls a family fitness night. Jan, I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I saw an interest in fitness from a lot of adults, and I noticed that we needed to spend more time with our kids because we kind of have the confliction of wanting to be active but still wanting to spend time with our kids. So then I invented the Family Fitness Night, which gets everybody involved and the kids love it, and it gives them kind of a jump start into fitness. I wanted them to get crazy about fitness and about healthy eating.
And this is fairly new. You said you just started this in January.
We did. Tonight will be our third week, so we've only done it 2 weeks. We do it every second and fourth Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening.
And so we're just starting to get families finding out about it, starting to get them coming. Tell us a little bit, I know before we were talking a little bit about, you've got some goals, you have them set, things like that. Tell our audience just a little bit about that.
Well, I feel that it's important to set goals because then you have your eye on the prize. And I wanted them to know that, you know, our bodies are machines, and when we put good stuff in them, they function well for us. And so we've talked about, you know, healthy food habits and healthy exercise habits and making our bodies strong. And one of the goals we set, every day I want them to do something active. Whether, you know, before they get in the shower, you know, this is for moms. Do a couple lunges and a couple push-ups and a couple sit-ups and then get in the shower. And kids, they have recess and they run around. It's not hard to convince kids to do active things every day. So,
well, they're pretty active.
And then I like them to make healthy food choices every day too. And we actually have a paper that we fill out and they bring back to me and they report. And you know, if they don't fill out their paper, it's okay. But I like them to tell me, hey, what are some things that you did to stay active and what are some healthy foods that you ate?
Well, and the thing that's nice is you're starting them when they're young. And so they're starting, you know, I think my kids and I were talking about this just the other day is the healthy eating. I wish that was something I had learned and done better when I was younger because I'm trying to change a lot of habits now.
Exactly.
And even with the exercising, like I was always an active kid, but I guess I didn't understand exercising because I didn't exercise as a kid.
Yeah.
So this is really good that they can see that exercise is not a drag, it's fun, you know?
Exactly. Well, they're spending time with their families and not just sitting around the TV watching movies. And when it warms up, we'll probably go to the park and do obstacle courses and run up the hills and crawl down the hills and lots of things outside too. But where it's cold right now, we have this great facility to do lots of fun jumping and running, and they have awesome stuff here for us to use when it's cold. So active as a family gets everybody involved and it's just fun to do.
I think it's great. Okay, so we talked, it's Tuesdays and Thursday nights every second and fourth. Price, tell us a little bit about that because that's the other thing that I think is a great price.
$5 a family, period. I don't care if
doesn't matter if you have 10 or...
Yeah, I don't care. And you can bring a couple neighbor kids. And the reason I kind of want to limit it is just because I need parents to help me. If they just drop 7 3-year-olds off, then it might be a little overwhelming. And the goal is to get parents here with the kids because this is family fitness. So that's why it's $5 a family. Come as you are, we just have a lot of fun.
Well, tonight you've got a fun, I looked at your exercise, what you're gonna do tonight, it looks fun. So tell us just a little bit about that and then we'll let you go get started with your class.
We change it up every time. Like I said, in the summer we'll do different things. Right now we're just utilizing what we have. Tonight we're gonna be doing, I have 20 jumping jacks, 20 bear crawls, 2 bear crawls, 20 jack in the box, We're gonna play freeze tag. I called it the backyard party because I want it to be something like you'd go play at a birthday party. Something fun and exciting, and moms and dads have to play tag. What's more fun than that?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing better than backyard games.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's one of the best things
and
about
we have a
the
huge
summer.
space to do it. So we're gonna go have fun. And we're gonna sweat and get exhausted in the meantime.
Well, and I love it because it's almost bedtime, so they can come, they can exhaust themselves, they can go home, and they can go to bed.
Exactly. We're gonna get the wiggles out. And we're gonna make them sore tomorrow.
Well, Jan, thank you so much. Anyone watching, I want to encourage you to come down and try this class out. Like she said, it's new, but it sounds like it's a lot of fun. I know tonight we had a lot of extra commitments with all of our kids in basketball, but I plan on coming down as soon as we can get here. It just sounds like a blast.
Life is crazy, but you have to make time for family, and you have to make time for fitness.
Well, Jan, thank you, and thanks for watching us.
Yeah, thanks.
Ashley Regional Medical Center invites you to meet their new general surgeons, Dr. Trevor Mathis and Dr. Dennis Lewis. If you need a gallbladder surgery, a hernia repair, a biopsy, or a colonoscopy, the surgeons at Northeastern Utah General Surgery can help. Dr. Lewis has many years of experience in all types of general surgery. Dr. Mathis has recently completed his surgical residency and is trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Call today to set up an appointment.
Warriors Warehouse has the preventative and natural products you need to improve your overall health. Nutritional supplements for maximum performance? We've got that too. And if you're looking for the best variety of gluten-free food, the search is over. We also cater to the needs of our customers by providing individualized diet and supplement plans, skincare, and friendly professional service. We have the education and experience to answer your questions and give you first-class assistance, backed by our pharmacy-certified Dr. Lewis. Let us show you why we're your #1 source for health products.
Living well, dish by dish.
I'm in the kitchen with Megan McDonald today, and for those of you that are lactose intolerant or have some sort of an allergy to milk product, she's got some things she's going to share with us today, some dairy alternatives. I'm really excited to have you.
Thank you, Lenise. I'm excited to be here. I've studied nutrition for quite a long time, and I've been able to come across some really exciting things. The first thing that I'm going to show you is just how to do a simple nut milk. Many of us are trying to explore other options because we can't eat regular milk. And so we go to the grocery store and buy soy milks or nut milks or rice milks, and they're quite expensive, and a lot of them have added sugars. So I'm just going to show you how to do it at home for a lot cheaper and a lot simpler.
So this is all natural.
This is all natural. All I'm using is a nut and water. That is it. And so there's no additives or sugars or anything. So I'm taking just some raw cashew pieces. Make sure they're raw and not roasted or salt added or anything. And if you buy the pieces, it's quite a bit cheaper, so you can just buy them in bulk. Raw cashew pieces, okay? And so I'm going to use my Vitamix.
And for those that, I mean, you can buy raw cashews even at Walmart. I've seen them there.
Yes.
So you don't have to go anywhere.
And you can
fancy
use
to
any
find those.
blender. You know, of course, a more powerful blender is going to work a little bit better, but you can do this in any blender. Okay, so all you do is a ½ cup of raw nuts, and this is the same if you were to use almonds, so that you could make your almond milk. If you use almonds that have, you know, the bran on the outside, then you'll have the little pieces of bran in your milk, which is fine if you're just using it to bake or anything like that. But I like cashew milk as far as baking, to use in mashed potatoes or anything like this, because it doesn't have that flavor that almond milk will. It's just really bland and it's really creamy. Even a recipe that called for like heavy cream, you could just make it heavier. So I'm going to use a ½ cup of nuts and 3 cups of water. But if you wanted it more dense, like a heavy cream, then you just cut your water back to 2 cups or something like that.
So this is not necessarily for drinking, this is more for like cooking and
You
things
can
like
drink
that.
your almond milk. You can drink your milks, and you can add a little bit of sweetener by adding like pure maple syrup or agave or honey or a natural sweetener to it if you wanted to just drink it. Okay. But these come in really great when you're baking or smoothies, almond milk and smoothies or anything like that.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just blend this now, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and that's it.
So what's perfect about this is you can blend this up and then store it in a container, because how long will this last?
This will last a week in your fridge, and I like to use just like mason quart jars and put it in my fridge so that it's there when I need it. But I'm just gonna pour this back into here so you can see how creamy and smooth and just like milk that it looks, just from nuts and water.
Well, that's great. That's a great alternative to milk.
Yes. Okay, The second thing I'm going to show you is something that's called almondaise. And this is a really good dairy alternative because it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways. I'm just going to show you how to make the basic almondaise. And then as far as, doing different things with it, you can take it from there. But like basically if you were making like a quick bread and it called for a cup of sour cream, grab a cup of almondaise instead, or a cup of yogurt or something like that if you were just using it plain. But you could season it up, you could put your ranch dip seasoning in there and use that as your ranch dip.
Okay.
Or you could do, get online for some healthier recipes so that you can just take that and run with it with so many different recipes and ideas with almondaise.
So this is a great alternative for like mayonnaise, sour cream, that
yogurts.
Kind of stuff. Okay.
And you'll see what it looks like. I've even made a cheesecake out of it before. But you have to work with it and just kind of season it and use it in the way that you want to get what you're looking for. I also use it as a base for like cheesy potatoes or creamy casseroles or creamy soups or anything like this. Anything creamy, this works great. You just got to use it what you want to use it in, okay?
Perfect.
So I'm going to do a half cup of almonds and a half cup of water.
Okay. And again, if you make this up ahead of time, how long is something like this going to last?
About
a week in the fridge as well?
Same thing as if you bought milk or something from the store.
Okay.
A little bit more. Okay. And then you're going to blend the water and the almonds up so that they're quite blended. And then when that happens, you're going to take 1 cup of light tasting olive oil. The light tasting will just make sure you don't have that strong olive oil flavor in it.
Okay.
And what you'll do is you'll take the top out of your lid, and so you'll leave your lid on, take the middle part out of it, and just drizzle it in really slowly, because what makes this work is for the olive oil to be whipped.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna really slowly drizzle that in, and when that's done, with the olive oil's done, I'm gonna take about 2 tablespoons lemon juice. You can buy frozen lemon juice so it doesn't have any preservatives or additives in it. And I'm just gonna dump that in, and that's the thickening agent. So what you're gonna hear in your blender's gonna be turning, as soon as you put that lemon juice in, it's gonna go, and it's gonna thicken quickly. And that's when you know it's done.
Okay, so let's get that started.
Okay, and then I just take it off there and put it in my bowl. And it should just plop out of there.
Perfect.
Like that. That's a good batch
So
of
it has
almondaise.
a real sour cream texture to it,
Yes.
really, or mayonnaise, or like you're
Yogurt
saying.
or cream cheese.
Yeah,
like if
that's
you're making a
perfect.
frosting, a cream cheese frosting, this works great. Any of those things that you need just a dairy base for.
That's and a healthy dairy
Yes.
base.
Yes.
Now, I know we couldn't get into a lot, and there's so many things you can do with this. You teach some cooking classes here.
Yes, I teach some nutrition classes, and I basically teach how to eat whole foods and to eat healthy and the foods the way that nature gave them to us. And so I teach dairy-free and sugar-free and gluten-free when needed, but I also teach how to sprout grains like wheat and rice and things like that, how they can be sprouted so that we can eat them in the best form possible.
And if somebody wants to be a part of those classes, how do they get? We'll go ahead and put maybe an email address on our website for them to contact you.
That would be great. And then they can just use that email address and contact me, and I'll let you know about times and options for taking that class to learn more.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate it. This is really neat. I love the stuff that people come in and teach us. And I mean, that's the whole point, is the foods that we're putting in our bodies, they're literally poisoning us nowadays. And so it's really great to be able to see what we can do to take those bad things out and put these good things in. So I appreciate you coming and showing us, and look forward to some of your nutrition classes.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Living Well Health and Wellness Tip, brought to you by Warriors Warehouse.
So a GMO is a genetically modified plant or animal that's created through biotechnology techniques. Merged DNA from different species can often cause unstable combinations that don't naturally occur. And the crops that you want to look for that are really high risk would be soy, corn, and canola oil.
The non-GMO project is a project that goes in and verifies that products don't have genetically modified organisms in them. You want to look for the label on the packaging that says non-GMO verified. Come see us at Warriors Warehouse, 1060 West, Market Drive, Suite 1.
Living well, your way.
Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. With me is a good friend of mine and head coach of the Uintah High School team, Wendy Harris. Thanks for being on the show, Wendy.
Yeah, it's great.
And years ago I met you and it was triathlon.
Yep.
That was the kind of big emerging sport. And I remember in triathlon, I'm swimming and I think I'm gonna die, and you passed me and you looked like it was completely effortless. So swimming's your strong point, right?
Swimming is my strong point.
And what's
yeah.
your background? And where did you start swimming, and how long have you been a competitive swimmer?
I started swimming like most of these kids did, age group, you know, starting at 5, and just competed my whole life and liked swimming, and so moved to Vernal, and they needed a head coach, so I decided to do it 8 years ago.
There's how it happens. So you've been the head coach for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
And if you were to say my favorite, and you know, there's a lot of disciplines in swimming, what's your favorite?
I don't know. I guess making them work really hard is my favorite.
Oh, making them work hard. I'm talking about you, maybe like a freestyle or...
What's my favorite stroke? Yeah, distance, for sure.
Okay, I said discipline. Is that the wrong word to use for swimming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, don't say discipline when you're talking about swimming. So you make the kids work really hard.
Yeah.
And what is it? How do you train somebody to glide through the water? I watch some swimmers, and again, like me, it looks like I'm really laboring to get to the edge of the pool. I see some of these swimmers, and they only stroke 5-6 times to get to the side. Well,
right.
What is it that you teach these kids? How do you?
We do a lot of like drills. Mm-hmm. We start with a lot of drills, and then we start slow at the first of the season, doing a lot of technique work and staying with the drills all season. So
stay with the drills all season. And you had a successful year this year. Region just came and went, and Region was here. How awesome was that?
Yeah, it was so cool.
So how many? You had a first place team in Region. That was the boys. Mm-hmm. And a second place team. And then looking at the standings, how are these kids lining up compared to the rest of the state?
Actually, we're doing good. We're bringing 20 kids to state this year.
20?
And so yeah, that's our most ever. So
wow, how big? I mean, the team. There's dozens of swimmers out there. It seems like, but 20. That's a great representation. Yeah. And you have relay teams, individual teams.
All our relays are going, and we have a lot of individuals going as well. So.
And a lot of them are looking for records.
There's 8 records right now that could be broken at state. So.
Oh man, that's incredible. Yeah. So I want to talk to some of these kids, and if you can introduce me to some of the, I guess, stars and maybe some of the personalities of the team. Okay. Let's get it from their perspective. All right?
Okay. Thanks.
As promised, we got some of the kids over here, and here we got William Allred, right? Yeah. And what's your specialty? What's your stroke?
100 backstroke.
100 backstroke. Now they're telling me the story about you when you started this year, first year swimming.
Yeah.
And your stroke was like this. You had to come up for air, right?
Yeah, it was awful.
So what happened? How did you get to where you were doggy paddling essentially to 19th best in the state?
It just started out when I was swimming. I was terrible swimming up and down the pool. And then Wendy and Rich told me what was wrong, and I had to fix it every practice and get better. And then eventually my stroke actually worked.
Let's talk about state championships. You're going for 4 events, freestyle, backstroke, and then 2 relay teams, right?
Yep.
And which one do you expect to do the best in?
The 100 back is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
So what's your specialty in the state championship?
500 freestyle.
500 freestyle. So you're a distance guy.
Yeah, I'm a distance guy.
None of these sissy little sprints, right?
No, I go hard to go home.
Your specialty, what do you got?
I swim the breaststroke and the 50 free, 100 breast. It's, my favorite.
Now, we're talking about 5th seed in the breaststroke.
And for the free, yeah. For both of them, yes.
50, 5th seed on both of those. How have you done it? How have you balanced your studies and your athletics?
It's been pretty tough. Just mostly working hard at school, trying not to get a lot of homework. because there's not a lot of time for that. So.
Natalie, how many records of the school do you own?
9 out of 11.
9 out of 11, and as a senior, you set the goal to basically own the board, right?
Yeah, I did, and I got most of them. I finished off 2 more this year, and I was pretty happy about it.
So what do you do to get yourself mentally prepared for a competition like state, region, that kind of thing, knowing there's going to be older swimmers going out against you?
I usually just, I guess, kind of meditate and just mentally prepare myself for it.
So you're going to state. What's your best event?
I'd say 100 back would be my best event right now.
Okay, so you got the 100 back, and are you looking? We looking for some hardware when you come home?
I hope so.
Yeah, what color?
Probably not gold, but it's hopes.
There's hopes. What event are you going to go fast in the state?
Hopefully all of them that I could swim, which is the 200, the 100, and another 100.
These are all freestyle?
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
What's your starting point?
I'm very first.
First, there's a lot of pressure. You want to get a little bit of a lead, make it easier on the other girls. Well, good luck at state. Looks like it's going to be great. You have a great team here, and it's a great program. The Uintah Utes, let's just give them a big go Utes right here. Ready? You do the other half. Go Utes!
It was great having you along with us today, and remember, if you have an idea for an upcoming episode, we'd love to hear from you. Contact us at VTV Channel 6. Until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.